Evening to you. It's me, Scottie McCLUE, and we're live on the big one, the internet phone in. Once a week, 9 o'clock sharp on a Saturday evening. We do random pop ups at other times in the week. But here we are on Saturday night, 9 o'clock. As I say, nothing gets past me, and it's the internet phone in 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment, not just for one nation, but for all nations across the world who can get access to TikTok and to YouTube and to Twitch and to Facebook Live and to LinkedIn Live. If you can get access to all of these, then you are able to watch Scottie McClue. How are you, Scottie? Willie Fish Cakes, how nice to have you with us. And Dinky Doo. Dinky Doo, Scottie, how are we? We're fine, Kareem. Lovely to have you with us. And what I think I'll do, Kareem, is open the phone lines right now. So I don't know if you're in a position to give us a call, but the phone lines are open and it's always good to hear from you. So there we are. And a big dinky do to you. Hi, Scottie from Rhodes in Greece, says Danny. Oh, is that Kareem?
Hello, Scottie. How are we?
How amazing are you? I don't know how you do this, but that's fantastic. There's Alan McGee asking, good evening, Scottie. Have you trimmed the beard? Just a wee tidy up as a mark of respect to my viewers.
Scottie, it's simple. The second notifications come out, that's it. Because you carry your phone nearby and it just goes off.
Ah, wonderful. I see. Excellent stuff. The notifications are the answer, Kareem. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, but it comes off, the YouTube one comes off, the TikTok one comes off, and yes, and Facebook as well. So all three of them notifications.
Wow! So you get notifications from them all, and the TikTok notifications are nice and clear.
Oh yes, yeah.
Excellent.
Click on it, and away you go.
Because TikTok has just been such a wonderful resource for the program, you know.
Yes. Oh, absolutely, Scottie. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. How's your afternoon been?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, the weather, Kareem, has just been outstanding, you know.
It's been quite windy, but I actually fell asleep in the garden.
Yes. Well, listen, it's not toasty warm.
No.
You know, you've to wrap up. There's no doubt about that. This is funny. This guy, Alan McGee, goes, take the bonnet off, as if I'm going to take the bonnet off. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's a trademark, Scottie.
Absolutely. Who would take the bonnet off? Imagine Scottie McClue without his bonnet.
Oh, goodness. Well, Scottie, last night when we were on, I spoke about I got an electric radiator.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So, and I've managed, I spent an hour and a half trying to connect it to the Wi-Fi. Couldn't this morning, less than 5 minutes, away we go.
Wow. You see, I think the fact that you slept on the whole thing, you know, that's just wonderful. So that's up and running now.
It's up and running, but I'm being honest, Scottie. There's because I've been in my new house less than a year.
Yes.
There's quite a lot of wires, and there's some wires I can get rid of, and there's other ones I can't. So I'm just being very careful. I'm actually getting rid of a wire just now in my bedroom. So when you came on, I thought, better give Scottie a little call.
Oh, absolutely. And we've got Willie Fishcake says, I'm in my bed in Brisbane, Scottie, right? Or I would give you a phone. So he's in bed in Brisbane in Australia. Is that not just amazing?
It's great. Everyone around the world can
I absolutely love it.
Absolutely, Scottie. I've got nothing really political to say or anything at all. Just looking forward to the month of May and then the Jubilee at the end of the month as well.
Yes, it's going to be absolutely huge. I mean, it really is tremendous. Wonderful lady, 96.
Yes. You'll get it at dates that will have the comments as usual.
Oh, listen, you're always going to get that. I mean, I actually popped up a little video today because somebody had asked me, was I a cousin of the Queen? And of course, my lot go way, way, way back, you know, to Marjorie Bruce and Walter Stewart, which was the first of the Stuarts.
Right.
You know, the Royal Stuart came from Stuart. And then, in fact, it all starts off for my lot from the 6th century.
Right. Okay.
Now, actually,
Wow.
everybody can trace back, but it's just quite interesting. And it was a historian that pointed this out. He says, "Scottie, you're royal." I said, "Well, I think I might be, but we'll not make anything of it, you know."
You have the link, absolutely.
We have the link, but
No.
it's a different branch. It's the old Scottish royalty.
Mhm, mhm.
You know,
Yes.
but it's fascinating, just the whole thing going right back to Malcolm the Third, Malcolm Canmore, and the Queen's father, George the Sixth. He was his ancestor was Malcolm the Second.
Right. Okay.
You know, so it's just never a dull moment. Amazing.
No, it's interesting to see what your background is and where basically your roots.
Yes, just interesting. I mean, it's not of any great consequence. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's for it's file it away. So what I'll do, Scottie, while you're on, sorry, I'll have you on in the background while I'm trying to fight with these wires.
Wonderful. Well, do be careful, please, for goodness sake, because I don't know. You're obviously good with electricity. I'm not. I once about 40 years ago wired a light, or thought I was repairing a light, and then switched it on, and there was just a shower of sparks.
Oh goodness. I've got somebody coming. I've got an electrician coming on Tuesday about installing a new plug socket somewhere in the house. So I'll get a quote and just see what he says about a few things. But obviously you need to watch, because a lot of them like to add X, Y, and Z on when you don't really need it.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. Kareem, a joy to hear you, and a big dinky do to you, sir.
Thank you. Enjoy your night, Scottie.
And you, thanks, Kareem. Ta-ra. There we are. Phone lines are open, guys. Dinky do. Susan, nice to know you're listening. Hope you're well. There's Jerry. Fantastic. Alan, thanks for putting up the old number, but please don't, because it causes confusion. You know, people saying, "Oh, is that the number to ring?" You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty, my man. It's Martin.
Hello, Martin, my man. How are you?
Oh, you're my man, Lala. How are you doing?
You all right, Lala? Yes. Have you had a good day?
Today's been a really hot day today.
Oh.
Ready for the shots to come on?
Well, it's been wonderful. I don't know about hot. We had a good wee breeze going, which makes it perfect.
It was very, very sunny down at Drawson, and now
yes.
I'm up to 409 on the high road now.
Oh wow, you're getting well up. Because I had a look today, and is it 500 and something's the last one?
Yes. The guys have loaded his up to 409, but soon the tune will be changing to a new tune.
Oh well, I saw I think 500 today.
Did you? Wow,
yes,
nice.
Yes. So maybe I'm just on a different setup.
Cool. How's your day been today?
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful day. Busy, but wonderful. And we did an incredible pop-up on the TikTok this morning. Thousands watching. Just amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. It just is. It just blows your mind.
Yes.
Fantastic. And here's somebody in Brisbane. There's Mummy Paws. Good evening, young Scotty. Gorbals boy on. Are you from Medway? Isn't that nice? Are you from Medway? And who else have we got? Doogie's there. Fantastic. Kareem. Oh, wonderful. They're all there. I mean, it's just amazing. There's Big Daddy. I love it. No idea what this is, but I'm no leaving. You're quite right, Daryl. This is the one for you, Scottie McCLUE's phone in on the internet right across the world. So there we go, Martin. How are you keeping? How are you and Emma?
Emma's doing really well. Emma's getting a bit better.
Good.
She's slowly getting a voice band. Emma did some baking today. She cooked salty caramel cakes today.
Oh, salty caramel cakes. Stop, Martin.
No. Sorry, Scottie. Emma baked them today for me.
Too delicious.
I know. Scottie, have you tried salty caramel cakes?
Oh yes. Millionaire shortbread, all that stuff.
Well.
Sticky toffee pudding. You name it, McClue's had to go at it.
Scottie, what kind of cakes did you make? So what's your favourite cake you
Oh,
like
very
baking?
light. I'm not big in the baking because my mother was a tremendous baker, and she used to make sponges so big you couldn't get them in your mouth.
Oh, did you remember the wee cake at school? The
The
cake with the wee
wee fairy
the
cakes, and you put the two wee
icing in the
wings into
middle.
the butter icing. Yes, lovely.
That was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Pop them in the oven. Are you a great baker yourself, Martin?
Yes, I am. I'm a baker and Jim's a baker as well, but Emma's going to bake me some other foods like homemade lasagna and cottage pie and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
lovely. Now stop. I'm getting too hungry. Listen, lovely to hear you. And we'll say a big dinky do to you both.
Yes, dinky do.
Dinky do, lad. Top man. Love you lots. That's our Martin. So there you are. What a guy. Do you know if Mr. Aby is still alive, Scotty? I don't, Alan. I remember Mr. Aby. Great comedian. Very funny guy. Hi from Barbados from an ex-East Kilbride boy. Wow. Daryl, thank you for following. That is absolutely tremendous. All good to hear, Susan, and yourself. Lovely. Absolutely. Okay, Suzanne, there having a wee chat. Robert says, a wee homemade scone. You can't beat a wee homemade scone, I always say. Let's have a discussion about what's your favourite baking, what's your favourite confectionery. Do tell, I say. That would be wonderful. That's what we'll have a look at tonight. What sort of things do you like? What about the Scottish clootie dumpling? Boiled up in the cloth of the clute, as we used to call it. The clootie dumpling. Fantastic stuff. Let us know what you think about that, guys. Tatty scones, Robert. The tatty scone. Apparently, it's quite the done thing to put a tatty scone in a roll. Now, I I find that one a bit strange, but apparently it is the done thing. You can stick a tatty scone in a roll. Right, can everybody follow us? And lots of likes, please. If you're watching on TikTok, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, as soon as you possibly can. What about tripe and onions? Do you like tripe and onions, Alan? I've never, ever eaten it, but I have heard of it. Wally says it's so good to hear a pure Scottish accent. I've been here 10 years. It's refreshing. Well, Wally, don't you worry, because Brisbane, I think, was called after Lord Brisbane. And you've got Brisbane in Largs and Brisbane Street in Greenock. So it's all that sort of stuff. So there we are. Alan's into tripe and onions. Anybody else tried tripe? Do tell us and see what's what. That's what it's all about. And I've also got my down under hat they're going to put on for you, Wally. I think I've got it. Yes, I've got my down under hat here, my jackaroo. Indian curry or Chinese curry? Both, Alan. They're both fabulous. I quite like the Chinese chicken curry. Nice, nice stuff there. So I'm very fond of that, I have to say. These are great foodstuffs. Right, what's happening? Tripe is awful, says JD. Well, it is awful, isn't it? It's what you call awful. Off to the telephones. Let's see what's going on here, I ask you. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
What do you mean? You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that, Scotty? I should be saying you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who are you?
No, never. I'm fine, thanks. Who's yourself? Ha!
What way do you think it is? It's me,
No,
myself,
but we
and
don't know that.
me,
We
like-
have to ask. It's the right way to go about it.
Scotty, I'm using somebody else's telephone.
All right. Oh, you better not be long then. Do you want me to cut you off?
No, don't, not yet.
No,
You can
no,
cut me off
no.
after.
No, right. Now, what are you saying to Numpty Heat?
Well, I've got a lot of rubbish to talk about.
Well, let's get down to it then, man. You know, we haven't got all night.
Well, that's no my fault. It's your fault because you're only on for an hour.
Well, we've only got an hour, actually. You've no idea how busy I am.
No, Scotty, if I was you, I'd do 3 years.
3 years. Well, we might get round to that at some point, but it's not a possibility right at the moment. but I think it's
Aye.
something that should be looked at.
Aye.
Yes.
Right. Now listen, I'm worried about my tea bags.
Your tea bags. Did you not say you got 1,000 for £1 or something?
No, I had 160 left, but I forgot to buy more.
Well, I think you'll be. I think you'll get through the night.
Aye, but I'm doing 80.
You're down to 80 tea bags.
Aye. I'm panicking, Scottie. The shops are shut.
No, don't you panic. Don't you panic. It's not a problem. There's Chris Grant. Good evening, Scottie. Hope you're doing well. Hi, how are you, says Sandy. Fantastic, guys. Lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky do. Now then, Numpty Head.
I'm doing a caravan, Scottie.
Oh, that's what it is. So you'll be miles through the shops.
And aye, 4 miles for the shop.
Aye, you're a bit away through the shop. I think you'll be all right. I'm sure 80 cups of tea will get you to the morning because you'll be up in the night.
I'd prefer 80 cups of something else.
I'm sure you would. There's Chris Grant sending me mini speakers, and he's sent me 40 mini speakers. Is that not amazing?
It's fantastic, Scottie. Well, Julia's here, and she's sending you love.
Oh, Dinky do bless Julia, I say. She's an angel, and she looks after you. So she's a saint.
She's no an angel.
She's an angel, and she's a saint for looking after you.
No, she's terrible.
Why don't you go out and get more tea bags, and Julia will hold the fort?
Well, absolutely. And then, I've been having another, my corned beef tin.
Yeah, your corned beef tin, and you'd run out of keys. You'd lost the keys.
Well, I've got another problem.
What's happened?
It's the steak pies that come in a tin.
Oh, I know the one, yes. So you're having a job getting the lid off them.
I'm fighting with them with screwdrivers and
No. Listen.
Just to get the lid off, Scottie.
No, listen to this. There's a new type of tin opener that takes the whole top off. Lovely.
Sure?
Yes, just watch yourself, though, because obviously that leaves a big, round, sharp edge. So you have a look. They're not that dear. They're usually in heavy plastic now. Mine, they used to be the wee metal ones, and they just cut round and took the inner lid off. This takes the rim off the whole lot.
Scottie, that opener will cost $19.99.
Well, it might be. That's the thing. If you hadn't spent all your money subsidising Scottie McClue's phone in at the start,
or my tea bags,
I will maybe have to get you a wee bit money back.
Absolutely.
We'll need to
I'm
get...
fed up throwing out these tins because if you can't get the lid off,
we'll need to get you your change.
Putting them in the oven.
We'll have to get you your change back.
Absolutely. Anyway, can I say hello to everybody that kens me?
Yeah, everybody kens you, so that's a lot of people you're saying hello to.
Oh, you better believe it. You know, the people in Australia, they ken me.
Ken.
The people in America ken me.
Ken.
The people in Argentina ken me.
Ken.
Everywhere else, of course, del Sol.
Ken. There we go. Here's a guy called Scottish Travel. What do you think of this? Why is it always the same folk that phone? Well, Scottish Travel, have you phoned?
And I've no phone for 3 weeks.
And you haven't phoned, so it's not the same folk that phone, so he's got that wrong.
Aye. Anyway, can I give my love to everybody in the chat room?
You can. And dinky do, Lala.
Right, cut me off then.
Well, you're away. Fantastic. So, Scottish Travel, you get ringing and never mind. Why is it the same folk that phone? Why don't you widen the net? That's what we're talking about. I asked for the number and you ignored that. No, I was talking to somebody. I didn't ignore it. And the number is 01416289795. Get ringing, I say. 628-9795 with 0141 in front of it. So we didn't ignore it, Scottish Travel. You need to get phoning and less of the cheeking up, I say to you. Dinky Doo from Wilmington. Sorry, in NC. Thank you, Larry. Lovely to have you with us from Wilmington. I thought you said Washington. Snappy phone line. Do you like that one, Scottish Travel? You get onto that 0141628 9795. We await your call as we speak. Fantastic. Dinky do. Lots and lots of reaction from you guys. We'll just see what's happening on the chat here. What have we got here? There we go. Wonderful stuff. Honeycomb tripe, says Streaky Bacon. A Victorian sandwich with cream and jam. I don't think it's a Victorian sandwich, Susan, is it not? A Victoria sandwich. Victoria sponge. Get back on 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Well, the only thing is, Alan, I start work in the morning at about 7 o'clock. So, you would start to wear yourself out very quickly. You don't publish the number enough. Scottish Travel, I can't publish the number on TikTok. I can't, because they think it's a private number. Their bot thinks it's a private number and takes it down. You see? So it's very difficult to explain. So I can't put it in the bio. I've tried, and what they do is they just negate the whole bio and say, oh, that you can't change that bio now for a day. You tried to put a number up. That sort of idea. But you'll see it on the YouTube channel. You'll see it on the Facebook Live. You'll see it on the LinkedIn Live. And you'll see it on Twitch at Scottie_McCLUE. What more are you wanting? You're an awful man for complaining, but not realizing what's involved. So there you are. Dinky do, I say. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's Alan, Scott. You want some tripe and onions, Scotty?
Tripe and onions. Are you big on the tripe and onions then?
Scotty, I've never tried it. My granny used to eat it years ago and it absolutely stunk.
Oh, well, there you are. Well, you're an awful man. You're putting it up here as if you're suggesting everybody should try it. And asking, what's this? We're asking me to take my bonnet off.
Scotty, come on. I've seen one photo on the Facebook with the bonnet off.
With a baldy head.
With a baldy napper.
That's it. Well, we don't want the baldy napper. That's a turn off.
And I think the photo was maybe Ash Wednesday and you were getting ashes
yes,
on the head?
That's it. We got the ashes on the head. Aye, absolutely fantastic.
So, on a more serious note, Scotty, when are you coming back on here?
Well, it should be happening in a limited fashion very soon. There are discussions going on, as I think I said to you, at a very high level, and they're doing very, very well. So there's a lot of excitement about McClue coming back, but I think we'd start off with, say, one night. And what we're trying to do is include the one night in what we're doing right now. So that means all of us would still be able to get together, but we'd obviously have a change of number for that night.
No, the number that I put up.
No, the number. No, that's the old Scott FM. You're a rascal too for putting that up, because folk will be going, oh, there's the number there. And they'll be trying to phone that. You're an awful man. I don't know what to do with you at all. Trying to change everything around.
But the thing is, Scott, I mean, you say you're going to go. Is this going to be on like a local station?
Well, it's a huge regional station, but you'll be able to get it on the internet, and you'll be able to get it on your smart speakers and Alexa and all that stuff.
Can you get it in the cranny in the motor?
You should be able to. It's digital.
Right.
You see, that's the way things are going now. But to be honest with you, the UK being the UK, were very slow on their uptake. Digital's been about for 30 years, and they know the benefits of it. But and of course, FM is a tremendous way to listen.
Right, well, one for you, Scotty. Think back to the 80s. Remember, it used to be Radio Clyde. Was it Radio Clyde 252?
No, 261.
261. What was the 261 about?
261 was 261 meters on the medium wave, the AM. Right. So that's why. But in those days, everything was on the AM. So you put up with a wee bit of in the background. And then FM, which was VHF, was usually used by things like airlines and the police and all that sort of stuff. So nobody really went to VHF. And then they went on to VHF, and that became FM, high frequency radio. And of course, FM is outstanding. If you remember the signals on Scott FM, they were brilliant. And it's very difficult, no matter how good a presenter you are, to get an audience interested in something that isn't of top quality.
Because when I used to listen to it, it used to be 100.3.
100.3 was Scott FM or 101.1.
I think if you lived in the north side of the water,
That's right.
100.3.
That's right, 100.3. And it was fantastic. There were two huge transmitters and they were brilliant. And the station was crystal clear right across central Scotland and beyond.
Why do they call them the Black Hill transmitters? Were they actually in Black Hill?
Yes. There's two. If you remember when you were driving on the motorway, there was one on one side and a few seconds later, one on the other side. The one on the, if you say you were going to Edinburgh from Glasgow, the one on your left is Black Hill. That was commercial radio transmitter, commercial television, STV. The one on the right was the BBC's Kirko Shotts transmitter. And there's a wee church at Shotts. You'll see it right out in the middle of the countryside. And that wee church was where they did one of the first songs of praise, right beside the transmitter. You see, so there you are. So one was the BBC. I think they're now run and perhaps owned by the same group now on behalf of the stations. So the transmitters, the stations thought, let's just, let our transmitters out to the experts, because it's a nightmare for a company if you have problems with the transmitter. But nowadays you don't really, because they're kind of pretty much solid state. They just sit and behave themselves most of the time.
Right. And obviously, getting back to when you do come back on the airwaves, do you think, are you going to appeal to the bigger audience?
Oh, yes.
Or is it going to appeal to the audience of Scott FM, where you attracted everybody? Is it going to have the same effect?
I think, well, hopefully it'll have the same effect. But I mean, it's difficult to know if it'll have the same effect as Scott FM because nobody had ever done it. Since then, we've had one or two Scottie McCLUE attempts at sound-alikes. And to be honest...
But the thing is, Scott, sorry to interrupt you, but the thing is,
no.
Obviously, you go back to the Scott FM days again, we were spoken about it previously, 250,000 calls every half hour or whatever,
250,000 listeners every half hour, 460,000 calls in the week.
I mean, do you think you could get back up to that, say, calibre of calls, or people like myself who have been listening to you, for 30 years?
Yes.
I remember all them. I remember those calls. I remember every single night, Sunday to Thursday, 10 to 1, as I always put up.
Well, the calls were outstanding because what we did with the calls was either it was a serious call, a genuine call, a funny call, a wind-up call, all sorts of things. And where I used to get annoyed at people saying, I think that was maybe a plant call, they were very, very, very few and far between. So the calls were coming just off the street, so to speak. You see, and the very fact that that was happening was what made the show so much fun.
The thing is, you didn't know what your next call was going to be. 1 minute you've got a guy, all right, Scottie, then screaming on the phone, and then you've got somebody on telling you their life problems.
Yeah, absolutely. You got that sort of stuff. I can remember being on a program on BBC Radio 4, and a guy was attacking me. He said, "You don't have a support network. You're not a professional counsellor." And I said, "No, but if we've saved one life, then it's worth doing, and we've saved many." And that just sorted him out. I think he was annoyed with me for saying it. And it's true. Do you not remember a guy came on one night and he said he was thinking in taking his life? We talked to him for a while and I said, "Will you excuse me until after the commercial break?" We had to take the breaks on time, and because the advertisers had paid, otherwise you have no radio station. And he was there for me when we got back. I said to him, "Don't you dare go anywhere. I'll be back to you in 2 minutes."
But do you think a new, say, talk show, talk-in would be as successful as Scott FM. I mean,
Well,
personally,
Scott FM was the finest hour on the whole history of Scottish radio.
It was the best, days of, again, growing up. As I said to you previously, I used to lie and listen to you every night. But say, for instance, if you do a new talk on the radio, is it going to be a daytime? It's a different audience.
No, this one will be a night time, probably 10 till midnight. You see, that the only thing you're up against, remember, see, when I started on Scott FM, there was no internet to speak of. Virtually nobody had a mobile phone worth talking about. So you were one of the big sources of entertainment. Now, the thing is, you look at the time people spend on their phones. Because there's so much media, you look how their concentration levels have plummeted and they're happy with things 10 seconds long. So would they get through a 3-hour phone-in the way you and I did?
Probably not, because you probably listen to go like that, I'll turn this off, because there's no YouTube, or too busy doing TikToks, or too busy doing this and the next thing.
Yes.
You'll probably find that, you will appeal to a certain audience. I mean, I'll certainly listen to you definitely, but as I say,
here's this. Here, shall I dump this half-wit Scottish travel here?
I should.
He's just said no radio station will have him. He's going, you're not, you're done. What kind of half-wit goes on like that to anybody? Shall I dump him?
Aye, dump him, Scottie.
Right, he's raging because no radio station will have him. I'm not raging at all, Scottish travel. I'm going out right round the world right now. What a half-wit. I mean, you're always going to get the wee jealous ones, aren't you? This guy thinks he's relevant. I think we'll dump this guy. Yeah, Scottish travels away doing the Swanee for being a half-witted idiot. Here he goes. IQ of 1. Bye-bye.
So when the time comes, Scottie, that you do get the new show, I mean, what is it? Is it going to be as late as Scott FM, 10 till midnight?
Yeah, I think we'll do 10 till midnight just to see how it goes. So you're dipping a toe in the water, because remember, I'm also aiming this at a new audience, some of whom have never. See, when I started on TikTok and YouTube and all that, people were going, sorry, who are you?
Who are you, aye?
You see, now they wouldn't have asked that in Scott FM days.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
They just couldn't get enough of it. And the half-witted idiots that got rid of Scott FM, I don't know what they were playing at.
Do you not maybe think they were saying, well, I don't know. I'm certainly not saying this out of turn, Scottie, but do you think they're maybe saying Scottie McCLUE is getting bigger than Scott FM? Let's get rid of him.
Well, yes, but I mean, why would you do that? I mean, there's no doubt that it was very big, and there used to be sayings, no one's bigger than the station, but that's just not the case.
Of course.
I mean, you look at Terry Wogan on Radio 2. Now, Radio 2 had a fabulous lineup. Ray Moore in the morning. They'd been around for a long time. Ex-Radio 1 guys. Terry Wogan, Ken Bruce, Jimmy Young, all these people, Judith Chalmers. These people had been around for years. Gloria Hunniford. They've been around for years. Gloria Hunniford's in her 80th year.
Because when you found that when you finished up, so see when we Fat Bob came on the scene.
Yes.
Was that when you went on to days? Like
yes.
The 10 to 12?
Yes, he took over the night times.
So he took over the night time, right? But he was more like an agony uncle, It
yes.
was like, it was a totally, to me, I still did listen to him because I was used to listening to the show, but it's as if it was trying to appeal to a different type of audience.
Well, yes, he would do, because I never put up with any nonsense. He would put up with any amount of it. And I think that's the difference. I think one of the reasons everybody loved listening to Scottie McCLUE was because we didn't take any prisoners. You know what I mean? We didn't keep them.
No, but the thing is, that's why you got hundreds of thousands of calls a week.
So the Dafties went right away, and everybody came on, give me a shot.
Aye, I mean, there was your time, as you mentioned earlier, about the guy who was still suicidal. You go for that.
Well, that's a genuine call, yes. That's a genuine call, so you do that,
I mean, you go for that to some idiot screaming down the phone, yelling, and blah, 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 so it went from A to B. You just didn't know what your missed caller was.
No, you didn't. And that's why, Alan, when somebody said to me, you must do a terrific amount of preparation for that show, I said, I don't do any, because you can't. You don't know what's coming next. And I didn't know what was coming next, and I didn't know what was coming next from me. So you're actually flying blind with your pants on fire.
I know, but the thing is, it's definitely, because, you're missing, I can talk personally, Scott, you're missing the radio. I think, would your show be as successful as Scott FM? I'd like it to be, but in your personal opinion, do you think you attract the same audience? Obviously,
right. Well, I can only answer that by saying a very, very senior media person. I asked him outright. I said, if I went on tonight, do you think my audience would come back? And his answer was instant.
Aye.
That's what he said. He responded immediately without even thinking, and he said instant. Now that's coming right from the top.
As you've said previously, Scotty, whenever McCLUE is, they've got the monopoly.
They've got the monopoly as a radio station, but the problem is there's so much media out there, and that's going to fragment your audience. But if you're good enough, the audience will come to you. They will leave the other stuff, but they do need to know about you, and that involves a terrific PR campaign. Now, you see, Scott FM was owned by 2 ITV stations, eventually one, right? But these were ITV stations, and they had huge influence in the media markets. And that's your difference. Whereas I know what it's like trying to start small radio stations and get the message out there. But your greatest tool is yourself. The fact that you've got the radio station and you're on the radio, if you start pumping out really good stuff, folk will find you, build, and they will come.
But what was your very first, what was it? Can you remember the very first day you sat in a studio in your very first radio job?
Yes.
And when was that?
Oh, no, that was way before. We're talking in the 80s.
Was that before or after you read the news?
That was after I read the news.
So when did you start reading the news?
Started reading the news 1984 for ITV.
Was it ITV or was it STV?
Well, no, I came back to STV. I started off with Grampian Television in Aberdeen, Border Television in Carlisle, and then up to STV.
So were you not working with Border at the time when you were working with Border? You were in Border, weren't you?
Yes, but just I was doing more work for STV, but I phoned them on the morning to say, could I help them out with stuff? And the head of news at the time said everybody was wanting facilities. You see, because the whole of the world's media descended on Lockerbie, obviously, and therefore they want to know where can we edit this stuff. Nowadays, it would be different because you have your devices, you would be using the internet, so you could have done everything from the fields.
But have you actually been to the site of where it happened, like the memorial? Have you been there?
Yes. I have friends that live around there, and one of them phoned to say, I can't go out. There are bodies everywhere. And I was actually watching the telly. I was going round. I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going on to a Christmas party on the BBC. And I was waiting for a friend to come round because we were both going together. And he came round to my flat in Glasgow. And I said, do we need to go? He went, no, we've got time, son. He says, we don't need to be out till about 9. So I said, oh, well, we'll have a wee cup of tea. So I made the tea and we sat down with, my mother was in and one of her relatives was in as well. And we were having a great chat. And then a news flash came up on the telly and it said what had happened. And my friend, who's a journalist, turned to me and he said, that's a bomb. I said, do you think so? He went, oh, yes, almost certainly. So he just kind of, so I was with something of an expert right there. And then he said, we'd better get round to the BBC because this will have changed things. And sure enough, the producer, a very well-known producer, came round and he said, the party's off, guys, obviously. And we stayed in the BBC and watched everything coming in.
So was this the BBC down at where the Botanic Gardens is?
Yes, Queen Margaret Drive.
Queen Margaret Drive.
Yeah, and we were going round to a Christmas party at the time. The Christmas party on air. We were going on air. And the whole thing, obviously, and then just the newsrooms, everything. Journalists started arriving, so I actually, just by sheer chance, was able to see the whole thing unfold.
Right. So when was the last time you read the news then? When did you finish reading the news?
1989.
Would you ever do that again?
Yes. I'd actually like to try. I'd need to take the beard off probably, but just one night on the telly, just to see, to ensure I've still got it and to see how the public reacted.
Would you take the bonnet off?
Oh, you'd have to take the bonnet off.
You would need a wee shot back inside, Scottie.
Yes, well, we've got a wee shot back sides and a wee shot top as well.
You know, that's what you should do is get a job on, go and sit in the sofa with Philip and what's her name, Holly. Go and sit in the sofa. You soon shake them up.
Fantastic. Listen, lovely talking to you. I better dash because people are going bananas here.
Scottie, I'll talk to you, so you take care, all right?
I think you do. Lovely to hear you. Ta-ra. Top man.
Scottie.
See you, Alan. There we are. Excellent stuff. Busy tonight. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie.
Hello, who's that?
It's the big man.
Who's the big man?
It's me. No, I give my name out in case, you know.
No, you just need to give me a first name.
Harry.
Harry. Right, Harry. What can I do for you?
Well, that guy before, he was talking quite a lot. He was talking quite a lot.
He was talking a lot.
That's what my friend Connor says. But I thought my friend Connor was a wee bit rude.
A wee bit rude, absolutely. You're live on Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Hello.
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 How are you?
Do you want?
It's Jerry.
Can you turn the background down?
How's that?
That's better. Who is it? Sorry.
It's Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. How are you, lad?
Good. Very good. How are you?
I couldn't hear you there for the shouting and bawling going out in the background.
It's me and my wee Jack Russell.
Oh, your wee Jack Russell there. Lovely. How are you keeping, Jerry? How's things?
Very good. Very good. Really good.
We've had a couple of real numpty heats on tonight. That Scottish travel was some zonker.
Is he on, he's not on YouTube, was he?
It was on TikTok with the green-eyed monster.
Tell you speak about him.
The green-eyed monster. I don't know why. It's very interesting. People like to do that. They go, aye, he's done. He's finished. He's an old guy. They don't say that to the heating engineer.
That's true, isn't it? That's true.
So it's like, I remember an old director we had when I was working in the theatre. And he said, people ask me, what did I do? I say, I'm an actor. They go, oh, well, I've never actually heard of you. He said, they don't say that to the doctor or the minister, you know.
That's right. See, you were talking earlier that things way back in the 90s, is it?
Yes.
When Scott FM. Now, but things have changed since then because you've got talk radio.
Yes.
And you've got Radio 5 Live.
Yes.
And now Piers Morgan with Top TV.
Yes.
And they're all English-based, of course.
Yes, of course. So that's no use to the people of Scotland.
I know. So, we move on to Radio 4. Do you remember the programme they had in Saturday night?
After two.
Yes, was that with Father Andy?
Aye.
Yep.
Aye. I found that a bit depressing. Did you ever listen to it?
I did listen to it, and I mean, Andy was very, very good, but it was very, very down stuff. You know, things like, I've got my girlfriend pregnant and she's wanting a termination. What should we do? You know, and all this sort of stuff. And that you couldn't have that now, I don't think, because people are depressed with everything that's going on in the world. So they're needing something quite jolly.
Aye, that's it. Jolly. The Reverend, I am jolly.
I am jolly, yes, absolutely. That started off, Jerry, as the Reverend David Goodchild.
Right, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was his, well, you know the one with David Heyman as the floor manager?
Aye.
Right, well, that's the Reverend David Goodchild. And then that metamorphosed, there's a word for you, into the Reverend I Am Jolly.
Oh, but that's why I say that, but when I mentioned Scottie FM, of course, a long time ago with yourself, and the amount of listeners you had, but the English talk radio and the other team down there in England, they're sacking and bringing in new names and new faces. But that's a shame that Scotland don't have.
Well, Scotland's lost its media by stealth. So there's virtually no Scottish media. You've got things like Central FM Radio and Kingdom Radio and Fife, I think is another one. There's one or two stations, but the bulk of them are either owned by somebody from Germany or somebody from London.
That's right. And even the presenters are getting changed. I just heard that, was it Smooth FM, one of their Scottish presenters, he's getting moved. So it's a shame.
Well, yes, because people like what they like. And, you know, we had something really, really, really special going with the Scottie McCLUE Nightline. And for some reason, somebody came in and just got rid of it. I know that it was posing a serious threat to other stations. And, you know, you really need to be very, very strong as a boss to say, no, we don't mind. We're keeping Scottie.
Aye. Then the guy earlier was speaking about Wee Fat Bob. I vaguely remember him as well.
Yes,
vaguely.
Yes. He took over the night times when I went on to mornings.
Did he last?
Oh yes, I mean I think he did about maybe another 4 years after I left.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it don't think it was something that really, you know, you'd have thought I must make an appointment to listen.
Aye, because you were different. Because people were speaking about you in the street.
Well, I was an appointment to listen. So if somebody's tuned into you on the radio, Jerry, it's because they definitely want to hear that.
Aye, but there's people in the street saying, have you heard the Scottie on the FM? What that Scottie FM, by the way?
That's right, that's Scottie FM, by the way. He's shocking. Shock jock. That was what they were calling it. Wonderful stuff. Okay, yes, all the nonsense of the day. Jerry, I'm going to have to dash. The callers are going berserk.
That's good. Hopefully you'll hear more. Thanks again.
You take care of you, Jerry. Top man. That's our Jerry. What a nice guy. A Victorian sandwich with jam and cream. We love that. Always look forward to listening to Scottie. Always learn something. Hope you'll be on the internet for years to come. Whoever has McCLUE is the market, says Kirsty. You make radio stations, Scottie. Thank you, Suzanne. Who's this? You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Andy Fryver, Scottie.
Andy, how lovely to hear from you. Dinky do.
Oh, brilliant, dinky do. I had to phone you tonight because I just heard a great thing happened on the TV.
Aha.
The demise of the monarchy.
Oh, that'll be the day. Oh, we don't want that. No chance. Right, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
It's Rob Scottie, it's Alden.
Rob, how you doing, big man? Are you dinky do?
I need to make this quick because I want to watch the boxing, right?
Go on, Rob. Go on, la.
Two quick questions, right? You see that Kareem?
Yes.
He just put me in a coma, right? Because he's just boring, right? And
how do you mean boring? The man's highly intelligent, Rob, and you're highly intelligent.
I know my bachelor
here, Scottie. See all these like bottles of water that you
Yes.
get out the shops and that.
Yes.
Right. And looking through the mountains and
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
all the stones and all that.
The
you
mountain
know,
streams, yeah.
and they're all filtered.
Yep.
Right. Have you ever looked at the bottles of water?
Of
How's
course.
the date on them?
Absolutely. You've got to keep an eye on the date. Good man, Rab. Hey, enjoy the boxing law. Here we got here. Oh my goodness, I don't know who that was. Right. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Hello, Scottie. It's been a while. Charlie. Hello from Germany. Maximus. How lovely to have you with us from Germany. Nicht Deutsch sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer. Nicht verstehen. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hello?
You hung up on me, mate.
Who hung up on who?
You hung up on Andy Freibrooks.
Aye, because you'd said about the demise of the monarchy. We don't want that.
All right, I was just discussing things that happened on the TV the other day about the Duke of Wessex still out in Grenada and stuff like that.
Aye, all that stuff, yeah, but we don't want the demise of the monarchy. And the heavens above, we've enough trouble with Brexit.
I was trying to debate it with you and stuff like that because of the slave trade in Grenada and stuff, but that's a bit deeper this time of night.
Aye, oh no, we don't want to go back to the slave trade, you know.
Oh, but I found out what potty seed was made out of. It's sheep seed, Scottie.
The sheep seed, excellent, Andy. Yes, indeed. There we go.
I thought, but if you want to talk about the monarchy, I'm the man you need to debate it with.
Yeah, you can debate at any time, but it will certainly not be demising it.
No, because I won't hang up you.
No.
Even though you're wrong.
Eh?
I won't hang up you even though you're wrong.
I'm never wrong. I could tell you all about it. Do you know anything about the monarchy?
Yeah, I know a lot about the monarchy.
Right, go on. Right, why don't you spill? Why don't you spill? Do you know what the purpose of the monarchy is?
Yeah, to own the seabed, Scottie.
No. You see, that's where you've had your head stuffed with junk.
No, how did they buy the seabed off you, Scottie?
It's not a question of buy the seabed, right? Do you want to run the seabed?
No, I think the seabed should just be like the seabed and nobody owns it.
What do you mean nobody owns it? Somebody's got to maintain all these things.
No. The seabed is a seabed.
Anyway, that's nothing to do with it. I mean, what is the purpose of the monarchy?
There's no purpose.
Of course there's a purpose, because they're the curators, listen, curator and custodian of the crown. The crown is our symbol of authority.
No.
Yes. No, Andy, listen. Andy, listen. If you're going to debate, you need to acknowledge facts. And I'm giving you facts. All your stuff's just made up.
You need to acknowledge we got to evolve. We're not bees. We don't need a queen. We don't need the hive.
No, you need all of that. Otherwise, where would you be? Yes, you do. And I'll tell you, see if they try to go for independence without the monarchy as head of state, that'll just founder.
No, I reckon that'll be a boost.
That'll never, ever be a boost. That's why we lost the last time.
No, we lost the last time through cheating.
No, we lost the last time because 50% of the vote are, at least 50% are pro-monarchy, and they weren't up for it.
No.
Yes. So there you are. No. I'm giving you facts here. You need to start learning from me.
Do you know what Tony Benn said about the monarchy?
I know everything Tony Benn said, but
right, what did they say then?
But the thing is, no, that's all gone now. We need that because the crown is our symbol of authority, same as the stars and stripes in America.
No.
Yes, listen. What do you mean? No. I'm giving you the facts here.
You're not giving me facts.
Of course I'm. Well, if you're not listening, then I can't help you. Right, there we are. He's away. Always look forward to listening to Scottie, says Frank in Australia. Well said, Suzanne, says Susan. Get the bun off and the buns out. YRG, dinky do. The fresh weatherman for STV. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, Scottie, that's David.
David, how are you, la?
I'm all right. How are you, Scottie?
Very well. Nice to hear you.
My son,
He used to go to a school that you went to. He used to teach drama.
Right. Well, listen, I'm not going to go into that on the radio because this is an international show.
Yeah, but
yes. So there we are. But good stuff. Good to hear you, and thank you for that. We don't watch the TV anymore. It's rubbish. So there you are. I never watch any of it. Radio is the stuff. Right, here we got you. You're live on Scottie is phone in. Who's that?
that's Michael.
Michael Dinky Doo.
Can my son JB get a shout out if that's okay?
Of course he can. A big shout out to JB. No problem at all, Michael. But I just...
JBT.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, no problem at all. There we are. Fantastic. Scottie can't go wrong if he's on the radio. Fantastic stuff. I've not watched TV since 2017. Paisley FM's a good radio station, says Neil. Well, yes, so I believe, Neil. Streaky, I couldn't tell you what's on these days. So there you are. Incredible. Hello. How are you getting on, Scottie Dinky Doo? Lola has followed. Thank you very much. The Queen is a dinosaur. No, the Queen is not a dinosaur. She is our curator and custodian of the crown. There we are. People need to get their education. I can tell you. Down with Indie Ref, says user. Yes, indeed. Now, what do we got here? Oh, dear. Charlie. That's terrible. You can't come out with that kind of stuff. We'll have to dump you for that. That's shocking. There we are. Right, there we go. No problem at all. And the same with you, Dan. You can't come out with that nonsense on here. There we are. Now, what else have we got? God save the Queen, says Angela. Absolutely, Angela. God save the Queen, I say. Who have we got here? You're live on Scottish phone in. Who's that?
That's just Connor Wands.
Connor.
I'd just like to hear your thoughts on the boxing.
I'm not watching the boxing at the moment because we're doing a live show, so I couldn't tell you. There we are. A good lady, of course we need the monarchy, says Lola. Absolutely, Lola. Fantastic stuff. Now, there you go. Busy show, Suzanne. Very busy tonight. Good night, Scottie, Suzanne, and Jerry. Sleep well. We'll talk next week. Night, night. Jerry, it's a good station. There we are. I'm quite sure. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Scottie, what's your thoughts on the politics right now?
I think that I've never seen British politics so poor.
Yes, I agree with that.
So there, I've never seen British politics so poor, I have to say. There we are. What do we got here? A bit of GB news in the morning, says Tad. Good night, Kareem. Sleep well, says Susan. Now, who have we got here? Derek has just joined us. Guys, if you're just joining us on the TikTok, please get following and get subscribing on the YouTube. Of course, very, very important. Now then. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello?
Scottie.
Yes.
It's quite hard to say, really. But I don't know how to say this. But my friend, right? He disagrees with a lot of what you said, and I don't know why. But
I don't know why.
He says sometimes what you say is wrong and it's rude, but I don't see how.
No, it's not. I don't know where he's got that from.
I don't know. Maybe it's because on your YouTube, some of the other videos, when like also I think there was a woman, she got angry at you.
Yes, that's right. You got some very bad-tempered people on, and we had to sort them out.
Yes, it's disgusting what happens nowadays.
Shocking, but lovely to hear you, and a big dinky do.
A big dinky do to you.
Top man. There we are. Fantastic. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, my name is Anne Robinson.
No, don't give us your name out. We don't need your second name. We just wanted to know. I agree 100%. Political situation in the UK is a poor show. So there we are. Absolutely, Lola. There is no doubt about that, I would say. Now then, what do we got here? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Scottie, one of your recent videos, you were talking about fat people and how some are happy and some aren't.
Yes, I don't think that's a recent video. I think that's quite an old video, to be quite honest with you. I don't think I've done anything about that recently. So there we have it. Now then, how are we doing for time? My goodness me, I have to go. Dinky do. That's our TikTokers. Wonderful stuff. Beautiful people. Right, off we jolly well go. Who's this? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Yeah, no, I'm talking to you right now.
Thank you very much for that. I'm talking to you right now. Very, very good of you. Right, that's it, folks. We are out of time, and we're going to have to dash off. What a fantastic program tonight. Just amazing. And terrific calls, of course. That's what we like. What do you think of Trump coming back for a second run, says Tad? I think he should. A lot of sheet, says Andrew. Absolutely. Adieu, Scotty. Ian Charles Scott, how lovely to have you with us from America. There we are, from Brooklyn. Fantastic. Night season, everyone. Speak next week, guys. Tremendous stuff. And we're dashing off now. Scottie McClue saying thanks so much for watching. Enjoy all the videos. Subscribe on the YouTube. And make sure there's no stone unturned. Share everything, like everything, follow me on TikTok, and look out, set your notifications for the random pop-ups. Scottie McClue saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. Ta-ra, lads!